Testing 1 2 3. Can y'all hear me? Sorry to say it, for any Kings fans, for any Duke fans, for anybody in general who was a Marvin Bagley fan, but he's a bust.
Why would you say that? Why would you say that?
I want to talk about
What's up, y'all? This is the Better Thoughts Podcast. I'm Brett. This is Dean. Back again.
You can't even feel.
I'm sorry to say it, Marvin Bagley is a bust. Now, I don't know from the top of my head, I think Marvin Bagley was a top 3 player in high school. Obviously, for the fact that he was 6'11", a crazy athlete. What position does he play? And is he like 10, 20 years too late, given his position? He had a dominant freshman season at Duke. Dominant. I'm gonna put the stats up here on the board. As you can see, he was athletic. He brought energy to Duke. All that, everything. Like I've always been saying for the past 5 years of my life, the only 2 players that became good out of Duke are Jason Tatum, Brandon Ingram from the last decade. Everybody else either got injured, Jabari Parker, and I don't count Kyrie because he played 9 games. It's a Duke curse out there. And look at Marvin Bagley, injured. And what position does this man play? It's like he's a power forward. He fits the bill. 6'11", but not big enough to be a center. I don't think, you know what I'm saying? He's kind of scrawny, but he doesn't have a jump shot to save his life. He got like a baby mid-range jump shot, which doesn't really matter in this NBA spacing. And he doesn't have a 3-point shot at all. So the fact that you're taking Marvin Bagley to second pick over Trae Young, Luka Doncic, Jaren Jackson, 3 players that came right ahead of him who are looking like franchise players and players who can play for their respective franchises for the next decade and a half. DeAndre Ayton, I get it. DeAndre Ayton is currently averaging almost 20 and 10. You know what I'm saying? That's not better than, I'd rather have Jaren Jackson as a big man. I'd rather have Trae Young. I obviously rather have Luka Doncic. But DeAndre Ayton is doing work in the league that's not meant for him. If it was a redraft, obviously DeAndre Jordan is not going first in that draft, but he's making the best out of the situation, especially from a Suns team who didn't have a center. Marvin Bagley, he doesn't have a jump shot. You drafted him 2nd overall in a league where the top guys are dominated by guards, wings, and shooting bigs, and switchable defensive bigs. Marvin Bagley is a decent defender, but he's not like that. He's not a shot blocking guru. I don't think he averages a block a game. Yes, he might can switch on wings. Just because you can switch on him don't mean you can defend him. He's good for putbacks, energy plays. He's not really geared to be around a NBA system. He's not really an offensive threat to be like that. So what's his best attribute as a pro? We don't know. He's a great complementary piece to De'Aaron Fox. I will say that. But in a draft, if a redraft, De'Aaron Fox will even say himself, give me Luka Doncic. Shit, give me Jaren Jackson. Marvin Bagley might be a bust. And this is all like his rookie season. He played decent. Marvin Bagley has a high ceiling, but not a high. He has a high floor, but not a high ceiling. And what I mean by that is, I knew he was going to be a good NBA player. I knew he was going to be serviceable. I didn't think he was going to be a bust. Nobody thought he was going to be a bust. But the thing was, how high is his ceiling? Yes, he's young. Yes, he has physical tools. But what NBA skill in this age as a big man does he have? He can't shoot like Karl Anthony Towns. He can't pass like Jokic. He can't rim protect and bang down low like Embiid. He can't shoot like Jaren Jackson. So what does he have? Vlade Divac called them a super team, but young. And the bad thing about this is Luka Doncic went 3rd overall. Technically, this is another Len Bias, Michael Jordan situation. In 1986, the Portland Trailblazers, who are paying to this day, drafted Len Bias, a big man that was drafted because he was a good big man in college, and the league was centered around big men. So you can't really blame the Blazers like that. But Jordan was right there, and it wasn't like Jordan was a test project. Jordan came in his rookie year averaging damn near 30 points a game. So he was good. He was great. Len Bias went on to have an injury-riddled career, and Michael Jordan literally changed the sport of basketball forever. Portland Trailblazers' net worth as a city, Oregon as a state, net worth could have grew 100 billion. Everybody would be happy for the next 20 years if that GM drafted Michael Jordan. If they drafted Sam Bowie. See, I forgot the nigga name. I will never forget Michael Jordan's name. And this is very similar. Poverty franchise, Kings. Poverty franchise back then, Blazers drafted a big man when they had a generational type talent at their disposal. And I don't know why, maybe because he's an international player. In the past, international players have been Doodle, Dragan Bender. They don't want another Darko at second pick. The Kings are gonna pay for a terrible sin. And wait, watch De'Aaron Fox contracts. Once De'Aaron Fox contract expires, he's gone. Either after the qualifying offer his 4th year, or after 7 years, he's definitely gone. Doncic is leading the best offense ever in the NBA based off analytics as a 20-year-old, averaging 29 points a game. Same thing with Jordan. 29 points a game, 8 rebounds, 9 assists. He was good. It doesn't take an expert to know if he was good or not. And if I was a Kings fan, I'm beating up Vlade Divac. I'm running hands. Marvin Bagley averaged 14 points a game. Cool. 50% from the field. Cool. He's not inefficient. He's a decent NBA player. He's not better than Luka Doncic at all. DeAndre Ayton at all. And he wasn't even projected to even go that high. People had him as the 6th or 7th pick in that draft just because he can't do anything well on the basketball court. And guess what? After all that, he's injury prone. He just messed up his foot for the 2nd time this year at practice, at the bubble. All that time to rehab, and he got injured in a week. Now, I don't wish injury on anybody. It's a bad thing. But boy, this is looking bad. Marvin Bagley, this is looking bad. Vlade Divac, get De'Aaron Fox some help. He is crying right now. All because, and Vlade Divac, you're an international player too. You should have. Are you stupid? No, Luka Doncic could have erupted De'Aaron Fox's growth as a point guard because Luka Doncic is that system. He's gonna go anywhere with any young player and be that system. That's how good he is. But nigga, De'Aaron Fox still can ball. He can still be an off guard. Marvin Bagley is disrupting the Kings organization. They're in another poverty franchise for the next 20 years unless they get their shit together. Marvin Bagley and Sam Bowie are the same damn player. Luka Doncic and Michael Jordan, they're not the same player, but it's the same case where they took a nigga who wasn't supposed to get picked right there for a generational talent because these GMs overthink. They try to be too smart, try to get the sleeper pick. Same thing with Anthony Bennett. Tried to get a sleeper pick, ruined that man's career. Stop overthinking. Just pick the better player. I saw 5 minutes of Luka Doncic and knew that he was that one. The passing, the shooting, the controlling the game without being the best athlete. Granted, he was playing against a whole bunch of other white boys, but still, you can see it. Marvin Bagley, he just looked like the run-of-the-mill Duke 5-star recruit. He might be a good player in the NBA, but I don't see him being a generational talent at all. Had a great season at Duke. Subscribe to this video, by the way. I know you watching this video. Subscribe, nigga. If you don't subscribe, you don't know basketball. Simple. Yeah. How many times do we have to be punished as NBA fans off incompetent GMs. And I'm not a Kings fan. I'm a Laker fan, so I hate the Kings. But Vlade Divac, you deserve to lose your job. And then you hired Luke Walton. You deserve to lose your job. Didn't the Kings have Mike Malone and David Yeager, who both are playoff coaches? Luke Walton has never made the playoffs. Ever. You bench Buddy Hield. The Sacramento Kings went from the Sacramento Queens. Kings are not making the playoffs. Their best player is De'Aaron Fox. The second best player is on the bench, Buddy Hield. He might start now. Third best player is Bogdanovich. Richard Holmes. They're not making the playoffs. Sorry, De'Aaron Fox, you have to go through this. You've been winning all your life till you got to the Kings. You're going to keep on losing. And keep on losing until you ask for a way out. That'd be all for this video, man. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment what you want to see. I'm out. Peace.